Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil. In today's video we are back at the 1200. Father Phil, as you would have seen the last one, we were just getting ready to put all back together. Father Phil is just fixing the last pipes into the back end. And then Lee is getting the lift cover into it. He's putting all new seals into it.
Three new rings, just to be sure that there's no leaks.
Lee's working with that. Father Phil's working away at that. But as with all 1200 videos, today's video is sponsored by John Connaughey. You can head over to www.johnconaughey.com for a huge range of vintage tractor parts. They do have modern stuff as well. We've got brakes, we've got check chains, lift arms. We've got quite a few bits off Connaughey's there. Anyways, yeah, so hopefully in today's video we'll have axles back under this and a bit more painting done.
How was the washing one?
I have all that washed.
You're the cleaning technician.
Cleaning technician, and I'm quite wet at the minute. Could do a set of waterproofs. Bit of a splashback on it. So what have you in there? So that's the lift pump down there.
That's your refurbished lift pump, piston pump.
Yeah.
That's your little, it's a little aluminium pump that supplies the independent power for your the pack.
Yeah.
And also the diff lock.
Is run off that as well.
Is run off that as well, but it's only a very, very, very small
minor pump.
It'd be low pressure too. It'd be only maybe 17 bar or something like that. It wouldn't be. It only is very high pressure.
Yeah. Don't leave much room for error with the pipes coming in close.
Have to be right.
Drive shaft.
Yeah.
So that's the drive shaft going back into the differential, which you can see there.
Getting them on.
Yeah. That's it. So time to put the lift cover back on.
Leave it on the axle.
What do you buy just have no way.
I have all the way.
I
might have going to swap. He's going to get all the way as soon as he flips it over. Doesn't squish his down.
What are you doing now?
You split up, walk back, and then
go to the back. Go right back.
Okay.
Here's all the way.
This is hard.
This is hard, like so it is.
Stop.
It's up in your side. No.
And that's it. And that's the lift cover back on. And that's the back end rebuilt.
Where are the brakes? The brakes is the one that we pushed before washed.
Oh yeah, the brake cylinders. So what are you putting in?
It's called a stack pipe.
Stack pipe.
Brings the oil from the bottom of the pump up to the top. It goes into that hole there.
Yeah. So that pumps the oil up through that pipe into that block.
Into that block.
And what's the block for?
The block then it distributes it into the head of the lift through these holes.
So, that's the pipe that brings it up into the block that
from the pump.
puts it into the lift cover.
Let's give it a light. Punch down. That's it, perfect. And then this is the magic little thing that has to go in, otherwise the lift don't work.
Little pin.
Pin.
So that's the lift control and the draft control.
Yep.
Or lift position lever and draft control. Isn't that it? It's lift position and draft. So Father Phil has his little pin in.
So you see in there?
Yeah.
You see it now?
Yeah.
Right, that's this outside one is your position control.
Yeah.
So that's when you're using your lift, it sets your position and then you push it that little bit further, it goes into what they call constant pumping. And then the inside one is your draft control as well. It operates that, but it puts the sensitivity through the top of the lift.
Yeah.
That's the draft for your ploughing. And all is nice and free, so all's good.
Another day and another step in the workshop, and as you can see here, Lee has been busy. They have the head off the engine. Lee is also getting a wire brushed off, getting ready for painting. So So we can look into the pistons. So there is the pistons. So the reason the head was taken off is Father Phil wants to get it sent off to.
I was told there may be a head gasket issue with it.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
Yeah.
It looks fine, but when we have it off now, we'll get it surfaced, we'll get the valves checked, and we'll know then it's right.
Yeah.
And we might run a hole in the pistons, in the liners. They're a little bit carboned up at the top.
Yeah, that's.
There's a few little marks on them where the engine was sitting.
That's that there. That's that mark at the top. So you can see the black line.
There couldn't be any harm now to get that done.
Because then there are the valves then.
Inlet and exhaust.
Yeah.
They're up, sitting up good and high. I'd be doubtful there's any
issues.
with them, but
Just get head sent off and checked to be sure.
well, it's easy done now when it's sitting there.
Yeah. So other than that, it's looking not too bad then.
Yeah. Well, when we've gone so far, we said, weren't we, as well, to make sure.
Yeah, stripped engine.
Probably stick a new oil pump in it, not putting it back anyway. We'll take the sump off it and
Put a new oil
put a
pump
new
in
oil
it.
pump in it, and then you know that
That end of it's all good.
there's very little wear in them. Very little wear, mostly carbon. The studs and the rest was all bolts.
Nice bolts. Bolts should not go in a red box.
Put it up in there,
Take this off, cleaned inside, don't I?
or don't ring them.
No.
Jeepers now, lad, don't know. No, patience. A lot of patience. No piston slap, dead tight. Engine would be badly worn, you could slap the piston over.
You'll be able to move it
Yeah,
side to side.
No piston slap, so. Engine's just 9,900 hours done, but there's another 9,000 in her. Mine just should be on. I'm putting up the next now.
Yeah. Well, sure. The 5-4 plough going now.
Not half this restoration, me boy. You get to do it for a half an hour some evening if you're lucky.
Oh, I know. You got a video of it. That's a good 2 or 3 days ploughing to get a good video of it.
You can go out and buy your own. I'm not having to do one of this torture. You see, you go out and make a muck of it out the field.
I'll have to get 3 of them. I'll go to the one field.
Oh, well, we need a black one.
There's your challenge now.
So, Father Phil is after buying a Hohen tool while he was in dropping the head off for the engine. So as you can see there, he's putting it in, and all it is it spins round and it's going to rub the carbon, the black stuff, and off the inside of the cylinders and just shine them off.
Bag there now.
As you can see the scumminess of it, but you can feel like the grittiness of the carbon there. But run the finger in that, there's nothing. And that's the engine honed. Thank you. Honed. So you can see that's got rid of the layer of carbon at the top of the pistons. So next up is to clean the top of the block, and then wait to see how the other head comes back. You whip the sump off now and change the oil pump. Yeah, but you're going to go sandblasting now or wet blasting after dinner. But yeah, as you can see.
Little score marks in that one now.
Oh, I see them. Just in that one though.
Give her another little rub now.
You can see the straight lines going up on that cylinder there. And as the scores lose the power of the explosion, the compression, because the scores allow the compression to go down past the piston ring into the sump. That's when you get blowback off the sump when you have.
There's no blow on that engine.
No. when you get blow on an engine, that's where your piston rings or your cylinder walls are knackered, and she's letting the compression back into the sump, which then you get the blow out of the air, what do you call it? The breather of the sump. That's when you get your blow. Right, I'm going to go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, but keep the thing going.
I'll carry your love. I'll carry your love. I'll carry your love all the way home. I'll carry your love. I'll carry your.
And we are back, and as you can see, that's the airsoft engine. So, what is the verdict?
A ball call.
Piston ring is broke.
No, she just scored the piston. Bit of wear in the rings though. Piston's fine.
Right.
Probably get cell liners.
Just a new cell liner should do it.
Cell liners. Set new shell bearings and main bearings.
Oil pump rebuild.
New oil pump. Quickly a new engine then.
Yeah.
New cell rings.
So that's all things we can do ourselves. It doesn't need to.
No, we'll send it down.
Or you'll send it
No, I'll
down.
send it down because he'll have that done when we're away spreading someday.
Yeah. It's on to.
Engine spares in Lanesborough, Peach at Donlan.
So you dropped the head there this morning, so now this has to come out and.
Yeah, well, it would look fine until we drop them to the centre cylinders.
Yeah, and that's when
And
you
then
seen one of them score.
There's a score in the liner, and there's a lot of marks in the liner. You can go shine it up there and investigate it and look at it and.
You're right. Yeah.
I just wouldn't be happy to go back without.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, you can see all the scoring.
Lots of little
Real
marks.
bad score.
Real bad score there, yeah.
And there's another one up the top side. as
Yeah.
well.
But the rest of the pistons are alright, it's just that one is
Looks
a.
alright.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
But no issues getting it stripped down that much, or.
He's still alive. I'm still alive.
Yeah?
With no issues.
No issues. So that's the oil pump.
That's the oil pump and the pan and the pressure release. You're looking
Yeah.
for it as well.
So that is the RCD engine.
That's the 6354 Perkins on its arse.
Yeah. And also, as you me here in the background, and you would have seen there, I was moving slurry, and Father Phil and Lee were getting everything blasted up, ready for painting. So we Huh? Yeah, I also broke the 64A, but that was an ongoing issue. Operator, how was it operator? Couldn't have happened in her better spot outside the front of the house, heading for home. So, but anyways, Father Phil and Lee have all these bastards, so they're just drying them up and getting right into paint. So some bits are red, some bits are grey. I also think he's wired down as much as he's going to, which is actually feel hot. So all these bits can be sprayed, and yes, we did borrow the cousin scaffolding just to leave the job easier for us. So yeah, we're getting there, but as Father Phil said, the engine is going to be a wee bit of an issue now, as it's going to further delay the job.
If you look at the piston, she probably would have worked on.
Right, alright. It's just okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blow past everything.
There is quite literally nothing left.
You're into a full nut and bolt restoration.
Every
But we'll have the warts and scars to prove it.
yeah.
I'll carry your love all the way home. Away, 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 away,
And another day, and Lee has been busy. So the kerosene heater is on to give the shed a bit of extra warmth. It is quite toasty in here, and as you can see, Lee has painted grey. So as you would have seen last night, Lee finished up with the white primer on everything, and now the grey paint is on. So we have the back axle and back end with the front axle, and then we have all the other bits that will be going back grey on the tractor. Next up is to start going for yellow. So there's bits that are under there are to be sprayed yellow, and new paint is on. Happy days, happy days. So it looks well now. Yeah, matched up with the yellow, and we see exactly what it's like. But we have some updates on the engine. So after I did film the with the engine. So the head for the engine was sent to the local engine spares in Lanesborough, and Father Phil got a phone call today to say that they have it repaired, or what would you say, reconditioned?
They have it done? Or
They have
to redone the list up for what it needs.
Oh.
And give a price.
Oh, maybe that's it then.
Yeah.
So anyways, they figured out what's to be done. So what do you say? The seals, the valves.
Need a full set of valves, full set of seats, set of gates, and just serviced. Just full overhaul. More or less.
Full overhaul, but they were saying that it was knackered, so it was a good thing to get done. So now tomorrow, first job is get the engine out, or the block out, somehow, because we're not going to give it to Telly for her. But to get this out, and it's going to be dropped up, and basically recondition. So whatever has to be done to leave it right. And when that is done, there's nothing left, is there, to take apart?
Everything's more or less like everything.
Yeah, everything has been done. There is literally nothing left to take apart or fix or recondition. It's all done. So then it's just a matter of blasting, painting and reassembling. But that's where we stand at the minute. So what am I doing now? Auto paint, because they're doing something for me, so I better do something for them. Also, for anyone who is wondering, all the painting stuff that you've seen, and all paint related stuff, even down to mixing pots, everything, we are getting off Auto Paint. Our neighbour works for Auto Paint, so they've been looking after us on our paint, and he's been getting us whatever Lee is needing, and then he literally just drops into the house there with his van full of goodies, and Lee gets what he wants. But thanks to Auto Paint, they're looking after us and are helping us out with the painting end of it. But yeah, as you can see, there is quite a bit of stuff there. And again, to the main sponsor of the videos, Connaughty's, for all your agricultural machinery parts and accessories. You can head to their website at johnconaughty.com. But anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video, and we'll pick it up next week. What do we hope to have done by this day next week? I'll let the man who's doing it all talk about, because I'm just doing the filming in between work.
Hopefully back our own wheels, chassis out.
Yeah.
And then more or less all that grey stuff back in again. So front axle back in, wheels back on, back axle back in again, wheels on, power out. I have a pallet of yellow stuff primed over there.
Yeah.
Oil tank, steering ram, all that kind of bits and pieces have to go back in first before the gearbox was in.
Yeah.
So as soon as that's all out, then gearbox is going to be in, painted. Maybe the engine will be back by that time.
I think
it's going to be a couple of weeks anyway.
Yeah, I think by what Father Phil was saying, they were busy enough, so it'll be a couple of weeks with engine.
It's going to be a week before they even look at it.
Yeah, but like even there's a lot of work there with the cab, getting it blasted, and it can be all put back together.
Well, the gearbox and all can go back in again.
Yeah,
it's getting the stuff off the floor, such.
Yeah,
whatever's been painted or whatever has to be painted that's handy, get back into the chassis.
Yeah. So that is what we hope to have done by next week, so you're going to have to tune in next week to find out. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from us. Good luck.